I think that the country would be much safer if we take the measures and the means to actually look for the sorts of people we know we're looking for and stop harassing grandmother at the airport.
Well, again, this goes to the issue where it hits on race or it hits on religion, and therefore it can be exploited demagogically. We can never really have a rational conversation because people are interested in clouding the waters in order to gain politically, ostensibly. I mean, their views are sincere, but when they start invoking these things, and I see the same kind of thing in the DREAM Act, or anything dealing with illegal immigration, as it's been called. It's the idea that, well, look, the DREAM Act just doesn't want to punish kids of people who came over here illegally. But if we look at it, Ben, I don't think that's the whole story.
Not even remotely. What's going on with the DREAM Act? This is simply the camel's nose in the tent to full amnesty. And the people who sponsor this, innocent sounding as their arguments are everywhere else, they're absolutely guileless when they speak to each other. Representative Luis Gutierrez, who is from Illinois, Democrat, has been the prime sponsor for what's known as comprehensive immigration reform. You and I would call it full-blown amnesty for illegals in this country, 12 to 20 million people. The Congressional Hispanic Caucus, led by Gutierrez and others, met with President Obama last week, and he said he's all in for this legislation. Gutierrez says this is a down payment to the comprehensive immigration reform Americans want. Now, if you look at the actual reforms Americans want, what they want is a border fence, what they want is an Arizona-style law. This is what Americans actually want. But you have to understand, with Barack Obama and the hard left, it's never about winning a conversation. It's never about making your point. Obama learned so well as a community organizer two things. One of them is putting together coalitions of power, and Hispanics overwhelmingly vote for Democrats. Even when they have the opportunity to vote for an Hispanic who is a Republican, they overwhelmingly choose Democrats. For example, Sandoval, the new governor in Nevada, he lost the Hispanic vote to Rory Reid, Harry Reid's son, 2-1. So the Hispanics, particularly illegals who are in this country, are part of that coalition. Second of all, and this is what is pivotal, and I wish your listeners in particular would understand, it's never about winning a conversation or convincing others of your point of view like this program is. The left likes to rule by provoking a crisis and then forcing you to respond to it with a measure that they have laid out as the response. They rule by provoking a response, just as Saul Alinsky spoke of. Obama was very well trained in the methods of Saul Alinsky, so he's letting in as many illegal immigrants as humanly possible. And now we've seen over 20 years we haven't enforced our border laws. There's a second generation of illegal immigrants growing up in this country, and they say, you see, we have to do something about this problem. We're surrounded by illegal immigrants who don't have the full rights of other Americans. They're being exploited, let's say, in meat mills or as farm laborers. Therefore, we have full-blown amnesty for these 20 million Americans who are working beside us every day. And the more that he can push us to the breaking point, the more that he is going to force weak-willed Republicans, and so many of them are. We may have our preference in parties, but the Republicans are not as conservative as we would like them to be, I think. Many of them are very weak-willed on this. And they think that if they vote for amnesty, they will get killed last. And as it works out, that's not what we see. So,
okay, final
that's
question.
What's happening.
Well, and thank you for the detailed analysis. Final question. Your latest piece is on?
The latest piece is on how Obama is going to rule by executive order. It lists the exact agenda that I believe he's going to put forward in the next 2 years, forcing the hard left will by overruling Congress.
We'll talk to you about that and more on Friday. Thank you so much for being with us. Ben Johnson, the Rights Writer. Great to talk with you. Take care.
Thank you. God bless.